I've got a couple of different wires over here which I want to test this stripper and cutter on. So we can see over here we've got more of a small flat wire here, very thin. We've got an extension cable which I want to test to see how it takes off the outer coating there. And then we've got a smaller one with 2 wires inside. So with this device, this little knob over here, if you turn it anti-clockwise, so I'm turning it this way, it will weaken the strength for the cable. So if you are damaging the wires when cutting and stripping over here, then that will allow it to give it less force. And if you want to pull harder on the cable, then you just clockwise turn this little knob over here. So that works there. So we've got our inches over here, and then on the other side we have millimeters. So we just move this little red marker to lengthen and shorten the cable that you want to strip. So that would be there, so it would stop it there, and then you can push it further down if you want it to be longer for the stripping. So that's there. You've got a nice little grip and a bit of a spring that pushes it back, so that's cool. And then you've got the cutter over here as well. So this is quite nice, and that goes up to 8 millimeters. So we can see over here, we'll put that in, I'll come a bit closer, and then we'll just cut that off. And it's quite a nice clean cut for that. So that's the cutter. And then on the smaller wire we can do that again, and we can cut that. So there, nice and easy, nice and sharp, so that's cool. And then with regards to this, with the stripping, so you can do it on flat cable as well, as wide as the cutter can go, so you can do that. So let's put this one in and we will see how that strips. So I will try and go slow so you can see how it grips. So we'll do that, and then we'll clip and pull, and it pops it off, and you can see nice clean cut, and the cable is exposed for usage. So that's there. So that's the thinner cable, so that's quite good. Then let's move on to the fatter one. Now this has got a bit of insulation on and the wires inside, so basically we want to see if that can pull off the insulation and not damage the cable underneath. So it did that, and we can see very good. So that worked well. I'll do it again on the other side. I'll just slow it down because you can see how it pulls the cable. So that's there, and we'll pull it out. So that popped it out, and there's the cable exposed. So nice clean cut, so that works well for that cable size. We've got the cable cutter, so let's see that cut. So that cuts nicely, so that's good, nice and sharp, so that works well. And then on the other side I've got these prepared to strip the insulation from those. So now let's just imagine you've got your electric box and you can't get your hands in and you can't reach it with normal cutters. This is quite nice, you can just reach in with that, apply the measurement that you want from this, and then you want to strip off that, so we can do that, put it in there, and then we will strip it off, and there we go, nice and quick, nice and easy, pulls it off and pulls it off. So that's really good. So just remember, when working with wires, don't have the power on, that's dangerous, so make sure that there's no power when doing this. The cable cutter works well from what I've tested and what I've tried. And I just want to say thanks to VCELINK for this. That's the model over there. And if you want to check them out, go to the link in the description. They've got some other products there that you might like. So thanks for sending me this, and I'll see you guys in my next review. Cheers.